following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron or a member of the PTL Club, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. It's Rikki rocks, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Rikki Rock Show, spreading like the pox. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks up in your grill, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, good enough. All right, so got that. Now I mute that. Now I bring that down because everything's super loud again. All right, so here we are, episode number 143 of the Rikki Rock Show right here on Rocks100.com and YouTube Live. God, I'm diming it. And I'm Rikki Rocks, joined as always by the infamous mic dropper, the one-eyed bandit, Larry Smith. How you doing, bro?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. That's wonderful. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking to Donnie Carnes from Fallen Stronger in the second hour of the show. We're going to have our beer of the week in a little bit, our Pump It or Dump It band of the week, and we're going to kick this thing off with our nuts and bolts and harsh truths. And for some reason, Larry could read this upside down, so he already knows what this question is. Very, there it is. Real quick, I want to shout out in the chat. Chris Tucker is hanging out in the chat. She went to go see Elsie Binks today. They played over in Mount Clemens in that, I don't know what it is, that gazebo thing? Or that covered, whatever the hell it is. Right. They played that thing because all they do is outdoor shows. Because Aaron's weird with COVID. And so that happened. I was going to do that, but I was hungover, and I didn't want to take the kids out because I'm lazy like that. So I didn't go. Sherry Claire is hanging out in the chat. She had the killer show last night at PJ's Lager House with Stage Drive, Oscar Goldmen Overdrive, which we heard right before we came on, and Screw. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. And that's going to dial into something I wanted to talk about the last couple weeks, girl problems. We're going to talk about it.
Girls, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it's a thing. Caitlin Mueller from Craft of Conviction hanging out as well. We're going to be hopefully talking to her in the next couple weeks. I feel horrible. I haven't had her on the show yet, so I'm like, oh, geez. It's maybe about time. So we're going to be talking to her in the next couple weeks. What else is going on? Dave Hurley hanging out in the chat. He booked casting for a shit ton of awesome shows. I think he actually hooked us up with the Rock for Vets thing.
Oh, wow.
Which is super cool, going on August, I believe. August 26th and 27th or something like that. So that's happening. Kate said, hey, you got my name right. I always say Mueller.
That's what I always say.
But it's like Mueller. Fucking Germans, I'll tell you. Absolutely so proud. Okay, so there it is. Chris Tucker says Elsie Binks was really good. That's phenomenal. Good for them. So we're going to get into our nuts and bolts and harsh truths. This is a segment of the show where we answer your questions about pretty much anything. If you have a question, send us an email, rocks100radio@gmail.com. This week, we have a question from Chris out of Toledo, Ohio. He says, hey guys, this may seem like a superficial and horrible question, but here we go. I'm in a band, and we are all very animated on stage. However, our lead guitar player pretty much stands there and sticks out like a sore thumb. We have talked to him about it, and he thinks all the jumping around is silly. Do we fire the guy because he isn't animated? What do you guys think? No, Larry, you have a lead guitar player who doesn't move much.
Yeah. I have a great lead guitar player that does not move really at all, honestly. Yeah. No, you don't fire him. I mean, go over to him and work around him, That's what I do. Everybody sees me go over to Dave. I hang out with him mostly. He's a technical guitar player. He likes to be by his board. Dave is really anal about being perfect, and not missing a note. I mean, he'll step away and do a little head bob here and there or whatever, but no, you don't fire him. I mean, unless he's a shitty guitar player.
Yeah.
But, I would say, have the guys go over by him, and eventually maybe he'll come alive a little bit,
I think a lot of it kind of depends on the kind of band you are, too. I mean, we've seen the metal bands where everybody's doing drop kicks and flips and spinning their guitars and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So if you're one of those kind of bands and everybody's going fucking nuts and you just kind of have your lead guitar player just kind of, looking bored in the corner, it's kind of hard to work around that. In Fallen Stronger's case, nobody's spinning guitars around their necks and, doing drop kicks and flips and all that.
I'll do a little kick every now and then.
Yeah, but
usually over Dave's head.
Yeah, you know those bands I'm talking about, though. Yeah. So if you're one of those kind of bands, if you want to keep them, maybe, be like, okay, well, if you're not going to move at all, bump your ass back to the amp and hang out there so you don't get drop kicked in the face and just kind of stay in the back. If he's just not that showman type, then obviously it's not going to be a big deal for him if he's not in front of the stage. Have
him stand in the drummerizer and play,
Yeah, or like a lot of bass players will do. They'll just kind of hang out and back by their amps. Dude, just stay back there and shred and do whatever and let us go fucking bonkers, and you can stand back there. And
I mean, if you're a good enough guitar player, their eyes are on you anyway, Right. You're slaying it, yeah.
So I guess the thing is, try to work around it, like you said, the best you can. If he's, sticking out like a sore thumb, as he put it, move him. Yeah. So he's not taking up stage real estate, standing there looking like a gump while everybody else is fucking flipping out.
Right.
Move him in the back. Just be like, dude, just stand by your amp or something like that, and just stand back there and, just live back there.
Give him some fog and some lights on him or something, so he doesn't. So he's not like dead,
Fog, yeah.
Fog him out.
Fog him out and throw some strobes on the guy.
There you go.
Give him epilepsy or whatever the heck it is, or seizures, right. And let him go let him just live in his thing. So yeah, I mean, if technically he's doing what he needs to do and he's not a shithead and his only problem is he doesn't move around on stage, there are a lot bigger problems, that you'd fire a guy for. That is the least,
right,
the smallest problem that you'd want to fire a guy for. So yeah, no, I wouldn't fire him. Larry wouldn't fire him. Work around it. See if you can't get him to loosen up a little bit. Throw a couple shots down his throat. See if maybe that loosens him up. If he's like really anti-moving and he's just the guy who just plays his guitar. I mean, in your case, like Dave, he looks intense, so he doesn't have to spin around and all that shit.
Right.
He gets into it and he sweats fucking bullets through those suede shirts.
Right.
He goes and he does it. He's just not doing flips and all that. Right. If your guitar player, play shows like he does at practice, where it's just, okay, play the songs, move them. Move him somewhere else. When you're on stage, you're supposed to be putting on a show. If he's not putting on a show, move him back and move him somewhere where he's out of the way. So there you go. That's our advice. So again, if you have a question, send it to us at rocks100radio@gmail.com. Kate Muller in the chat. They were really good. Gotta do all of them. We're absolutely so up by my. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Not everyone is super animated on stage. Honestly, depends on what you're going for. It does. If you're a folk band or something like that, you're not gonna be doing drop kicks and shit like that. Right. But kind of like I said, if the rest of your band, you have Tommy Lee on drums spinning sticks and going fucking ape shit. Guitar player or singers crowd surfing and bass players spinning basses around their heads and flipping around and doing Bruce Lee shit, and your other guitar player doing whatever, and your keyboard player with the keytar spinning that around, whatever the hell they do, and your lead guitar player just standing there like a doof. Yeah, you're gonna stick out like a fucking sore thumb. Throw them in the back.
Right.
So super cool. Larry, what's been going on, homie? And what's new with you?
Oh, fuck, nothing really new.
Do anything exciting? We weren't here the last week.
No.
What'd you do on your Sunday off?
Oh, gee, I got to go back that far.
A week?
Honestly, I don't even remember what I did last Sunday. I mean, I ran security for the Nonpoint show, which was good.
Yeah. Nonpoint show.
I had my kids, yesterday we went to Stony and hung out on the water slide and did all that with some friends.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pretty boring week and nothing much, man. Put some stickers on the band trailer.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I mean, we had a really good practice on Monday though. Really good practice. The new song's killer. It's gonna be a banger. Gonna debut it at Bacchus on the 30th.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Very cool. I don't think I'm gonna be at that show because I think I might actually have a show that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the guys from Stage Drive were all pissed off because they're like, dude, you have a show on the 30th now, and you said you were going to come out to Battle Creek and see us play. I'm like, oh, I don't book the fucking shows, Jeff will pretty much just book whatever the fuck he wants.
I know, I see a new show every other week.
Yeah, it's like, July 30th. Is it in July or August you're doing that Bacchus thing?
July 30th.
Okay, yeah. I found this out. We're playing some no-kill shelter benefit thing.
Yeah.
Of course, I had no fucking clue. So I just tell Jeff, I'm like, send me the shows. I need to make a new graphic thing. And he send me the shows. I'm like, where the fuck did this one come from? He's like, we talked about it. I'm like, who is we? Like, you, yourself, and you?
The three personalities of Jeff?
Yeah, so we're doing that thing on the 30th. And the guys from Stage Drive, I was supposed to roadie again, because Kate Puga from Fatal Conceit is filling in for Stage Drive on that show.
Right.
And I was going to go support her and help out and all that. I'm not doing that shit now. I got a fucking show. And so it's a fucking thing. That Nonpoint show. Okay, so Nonpoint was on a Wednesday. Okay. I went to go support Fatal Conceit. They had to sell tickets and all this shit. So I'm like, I hate going to shows during the week.
All right.
Mostly at Diesel because I get stupid. And I forget it's the middle of the fucking week, and I keep thinking it's like Friday or Saturday. So I was like, okay, I can go. I'm broke as shit. I can't afford a lot anyway. So I get there, and I'm like, oh, wait, I just paid some money on my credit card. I have money now. So I'm like, okay. I was going to drink like High Life and shit like that and just kind of chill. No, it went right back to Jack and Coke and shots and shit like that. Because I'm like, oh, shit, I just paid $500 on my credit card. I got some money. And so I brought Annette from Through Our Eyes again, to come hang out. And I felt so bad because I was pretty much, she showed up and I pretty much didn't talk to her too much because I'm running around and I had to roadie and shit like that, load my bass amp up because Kate was using it.
All right.
And get her all tuned in and all that shit. And drinking fucking happens. In a very big way, to the point where Annette was even like, Rikki, you don't need any more. And I was so drunk, I was at the point, I'm like, I'm Rikki ROXX, don't tell me what to do. So I should have known at that point that I was pretty much done. So then fast forward to the end of the night, and I'm going to be completely up. I'm just going to throw it out there because why not? So end of the night, I load all my shit up and all that and hanging out and, somebody didn't say bye to me. And Rage Rikki comes back. And at this point, I am hammered, completely wasted. But not wasted enough to actually go through with a phone call. So I call this person on my phone. And then right when this person picks up, I'm like, nope, can't fucking do it. I'm going to say something stupid. Jeff, take the phone. So Jeff Land standing out there. He's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, just talk or something. And he's like, just hang up. I'm like, no, talk. And then Rage Rikki comes out and I take my drink and chuck it across the smoking patio and then proceed to go back inside, get another drink, take a couple sips out of it, come back out. And then chuck that one across the smoking patio. I was just throwing drinks around. you know, for a guy
throwing money around.
Yeah, for a guy that's fucking broke, I'm just throwing like half-drank drinks away, and then I'd go and get another one, drink half of it, and toss it. And probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 drinks I did that, all within about 25 minutes. And God, it was fucking rough. So
did it make you feel better?
At the moment, at the time it did, until like Jeff hits me up the next day. He's like, dude, you were just chucking drinks across the smoking patio. Luckily, nobody was out there, and everybody was pretty much gone at that point. And it was a fucking train wreck. I didn't see any of Nonpoint. None.
Oh, no.
None of it.
Oh, shit.
I saw absolutely none of Nonpoint. You know, I was in the smoking patio chucking drinks for a half hour and going rage Rikki and just yelling and being a fucking idiot. So it's like the next day, you know, obviously I wasn't going to work, you know, because I usually have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work. I called off because I didn't get home until like 3:30 because there was a good friend of mine, I'm not going to put her name out there, that drank more than me.
Oh,
you know, so
is that possible?
So I was telling you before we went on, and so Hammered Rikki is babysitting this female in the women's bathroom and taking her to her husband's car to get her home because she was more hammered than me.
Damn.
That's how Wednesday night was, and I heard about it the next day. Like the next day, I'm doing damage control. You know, I'm just hitting up everybody I know on Facebook that I vaguely remember talking to. And I was like, did I do anything fucking stupid? And they're like, Rikki, you were just fucking hammered, dude. And I'm like, I apologize. You know, that kind of thing. I apologize if I did anything dumb. I drank too much and I'm sorry. And they're like, no, Rikki, actually, it was hilarious. And it was nice to see you having a good time for once up until you start getting pissed. So I was doing damage control all day Thursday. And then, God, what was it? Friday. God, I don't even remember what I did the fuck that week. I don't think what the fuck did I do? Wait, was Nonpoint this last Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So Friday, I go back out again. I go hang out with Tiffany Marie, cover band thing. And at the Alibi Inn, like 16 and Crash It or something like that.
Something like that.
So I went and I was hanging out with her and shit. And Caitlin Mueller, she has a show that day. Well, great for you. So I went to go hang out with her. Oh, so hot. Beautiful girl, 4'11". And she's like up to below my shoulders, and she has 6-inch heels on. I'm like, oh my God, you're short as fuck. So I'm hanging out with her, super cool, and had a good time. And it was old people and like 60, 70-year-old people there. And she's like, Fridays are like this. You came on the wrong day. You know, Saturdays is when it's usually banging. So, you know, hanging out with her and, you know, Jamie Burnham from Kaleido, the original Kaleido lead guitar player, he came up for a little bit, hung out with him. And so it was cool. And then yesterday, I wanted to go see Stage Drive, you know, phenomenal band, Kayla Drange and all that. And they're the one band, I don't know why, but I've made it a point to see them 5 times. I've counted them, and I've always missed them by 5, 10, 20 minutes because they always play so fucking early.
All right.
And because like the closest I ever got to seeing Stage Drive was I saw their drummer tearing down his drum set.
Oh, shit.
You know, so I'm hanging out, and Chris Tucker, hey, 60 ain't old. Larry, you're getting close to 60. I guess 60 ain't old. Older demographic. So I go to PJ's Lager House yesterday. Missed Stage Drive again by about 15 minutes. And I told Kayla, I'm like, I am so sorry. I will definitely see you. And she's like, well, our next show is in Battle Creek on the 30th. I'm like, I got a show, so I'm going to miss that one too. And saw Oscar Goldmen Overdrive, and they killed it. Awesome. I was hanging out with Jamie and Johnny and Chris for a little bit. And, you know, the Screw guys, hanging out with Tommy and all them. You know, the Screw crowd, I've known them for like 15 years, so I knew everybody that was fucking there. So, you know, I'm talking to everybody. Everybody's talking to me. I'm Rikki ROXXing it up. Right. And one person, I'm not going to get into it. Fuck it. I'd just be stirring the cauldron, and I'd be waking up tomorrow with a shit ton of texts. So I'm not going to get into that. Lisa Rosalino, what's going on? I need to get out of the house. Someone help me. Well, leave the house. I guess that's how you go for a walk or something. God, so what was I going to talk about? Okay, so we talked about the OGO show, the Tiffany show. I want to get off the music thing and kind of delve into this new world that I am in now. So, I'm 38 years old as we speak right now. I have not dated anybody since I was 17. 2001 was the last time I was in the dating realm, okay? And things have changed in a really weird fucking way. And this is a whole new world to me, and it's so much shit. So when I'm 17, the way that I would get together with a girl would be, take her out to dinner, schmooze her, nice dinner, movie, be super nice, sweet, caring, affectionate, really into all the dumb shit they're talking about, pretend you're interested, and build a relationship out of that shit. And that was it. Okay. Does that sound about fair? That's usually how that shit would roll. So now in this whole new world of triggers and boundaries and trauma and Me Too and all this stuff that's happening now, there's so many fucking layers to trying to win the affections of a young lady. Right. Okay. So the shit that I did when I was 17 doesn't fly anymore. You can't do that shit no more.
Oh, no.
And, showing somebody attention now is invading space. And if you're overly attentive, you borderline on creeper stalker guy, or a thirsty. I guess that's a thing.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So how do you do this now? I don't understand. I've talked to guys and they're like, dude, I have no idea. This woman just kind of fell on my lap and that was it. And I'm like, well, how? Okay, so you can't, because now women are on this big independence thing where they want to take care of their own shit. They don't need no man. It's a thing, which is cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. But what does a guy do now? To kind of, show interest without being a creeper, without being rapey, without invading boundaries and space and saying things you shouldn't be saying because it's a panic trigger or a trauma trigger or being uncomfortable. And so it's like, what do you do? I
go for the older ones.
Like, I have no fucking idea. I mean, it's blowing my fucking mind. So I'm talking to these, friends of mine that are females and all. I'm like, how does a guy do this? How does a guy play this game now? Because when I was coming up, it was like, when I was a young man, it was like, okay, when you're taking a girl out, that's your flex, like, hey, we're going to fucking McDonald's and you biggie size that fucker because I got your back. You know what I'm saying? You flex, you're flexing the dollars around a little bit. You clean your car, make sure it looks nice, and, you treat them good and
make sure you change your sheets.
You're like, you get like you show affection and interest and all this. Now it's, women want to pay for their own food. They want you to maintain 6 feet of distance and don't look at me this way. Don't talk to me this way. Don't tap me on the shoulder because that's a weird space thing. Or what the fuck do you do? In the chat, ladies, I know you're in the older demo and you probably think this is all fucking stupid and bizarre, but this is a fucking thing. Somebody calling you, Larry?
That's Donnie wanting the show ID or whatever.
I'll send it to you, Donnie. Call me your tits. You've got like a half an hour. And it's, like, it's blowing my fucking mind because there's this one person that, you know, I'm talking to, and it's boundaries, and that's fine. I understand, you know, people go through things in their life and they have to set up boundaries and walls and all this stuff. But with people like that, how do you, I guess, kind of do that flex without over flexing? Larry, I know you're big on flexing, you know, and all you do is over flex, but, you know, how do you do that manly flex without being creeper, thirsty, you know, dominant guy? Like, there's all these fucking layers to this shit now. Right. You know, before you even get that first, hey, you want to get coffee, you know, and getting to know, I'm like, fuck, am I that old now? Where it's like, this is like a whole new world for me.
Yeah, it definitely is, though.
Like, have you come across all that, like, this kind of shit?
Personally, not really. You know, like, I don't usually look for girls. They usually come to me. Sorry.
Well, must be fucking nice.
I mean, I was messing around with a girl, you know, a few months back, and, you know, when we would go out and whatever, you know, I would pay for everything, and it's usually me anyway, you know, but, you know, we were talking, she's like, I don't pay for no man, I don't do this, and I don't do that, and I'm like, okay. I never would have asked you anyway, too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and this wasn't a younger girl, you know, this is my age.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, today is totally different for me. Like, when I got with my first wife, I was 16. I was with her for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, going from her to my second wife, who was 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Totally different. Like, totally different mature level. You know, it was like I was dating, like, if I was 15, I was dating a 7-year-old. That's what it felt like to me.
Right.
So, man,
it's like it's like a complete mind fuck to me, because, you know, when I'm talking to people about, you know, what I'm doing, they're like, dude, Rikki, you're being a fucking dick. I'm like, how am I being a dick? I'm trying to be a nice guy. And they're like, dude, you're trying too hard. Well, how do you try too hard? You know, they're like, you're trying too hard. You're going too far. And I'm like, going too far? I just offered to take somebody to dinner.
right.
You know, it's not like I'm asking to get married or anything like that. You know, and they're like, Rikki, you gotta, you know, do this. I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot of shit. You know, it's like, my dumb head can't comprehend it. So they're like, dude, you're coming off as like a thirsty creeper. Like that you're just trying to get in somebody's pants or something like that. I'm like, I just offered to take somebody to Olive Garden.
I mean, with
You know?
with me, I just be myself. I don't change anything about me to try to impress anybody else. You get me like I am now. That's it.
Well, it's
you know?
one thing to, you know, change yourself, but it's another thing. Like, what I'm trying to do is, you know, understand what all this means and kind of change how I approach people, you know, because I guess I come off as very aggressive, I guess. But I'm, you know, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm typically, you know, totally engaged and aggressive in that conversation. Like, I'm, boom, you know, I'm talking to you, I'm looking in your eyes and all that. And I guess that comes across as overly aggressive and all this. And I'm like, you know, so what do I do? So it's like yesterday, this person I was talking to, I'm like, okay, I got to watch myself. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to, it didn't work at all. I'm going to preface it. It did not work at all. And it was bad news. So I'm like, okay, so rather than me being aggressive and, you know, forcing my way into a situation, I'm going to sit back. You know, this person knows I'm here. We've said hi. I'm going to sit back. So that way I can't, you know, do anything wrong. I can't do anything wrong if I'm not talking to you. Right. So I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until this other person starts a conversation, then I can engage rather than kind of force my way into a situation or kind of weasel into a conversation or something like that. You know, I'm like, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to fucking wait. Person never came and talked to me and thought I was ignoring him and hated him. And, you know, I'm like, I can't fucking win. You know, either I'm too aggressive or too in, or I'm ignoring. And so I'm like, Donnie, calm down, homie. Is that Donnie again?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ, Donnie. You know, so.
Yeah, it's Donnie.
Donnie, don't worry. I'll send you the thing. You know, so I wanted.
It was correct too. He's like, change your sheets.
You know, so it's like totally bizarre. You know, so you know, yeah, not change who you are, but you know, I gotta kind of, I guess, be more cognizant of the way I approach people and all this shit now, and talk to people. And, you know, I'm just used to fucking going out free fucking wheeling and just say what's on my mind, get it all out there, and kind of be just go with the flow. Now I got to fucking work this dumbass retarded head of mine and think about all this stuff. And I'm like, fuck, it's even fucking worth it. You know, so I want to touch on that real quick and do all that. Lisa Rosalino in the chat, she said, I mean to get a concert. Oh, she wants to go to a concert or show. So many cool shows. Respect women for their brains and you could get the body. We just don't like to be treated like children. That's, you know, with that, yes. That's what I try to do. You know, I try to engage in conversation and look you in the eye. I'm 100%, boom. The blinders come on. You know, and if somebody else is talking to me, I'll be like, 1 minute, homie, I'll get to you. I'm in something right now. But I guess that's like weird and creepy now. That if you're kind of just 100% into, you know, a conversation, and it's fucking bonkers. I don't fucking get it. Men can give me anything doesn't mean that you're getting anything. Sex has nothing to do with any of that. I mean, I'm struggling with step 1. You know, that is step 69. You know, I'm struggling with the entry level stuff, you know, because this is all completely like I've been in like a social coma as far as that kind of stuff for 20 fucking years. And everything has changed. Every single facet of getting to know somebody of the opposite sex has changed since I was 17.
All right.
Horrible. Fucking hate it. Fucking stupid. Lisa Rosalino, you're cute. I cook. LOL. Larry, there you go. Lisa Rosalino. She ain't saying I'm cute.
I'm a cook. I cook great too.
Oh, shit. You guys can get together and just cook shit. Cooking show.
Cooking show. There you go.
Larry and Lisa.
Smoking brisket.
If you were 62, I'd date you. How old are you, Larry?
45.
Are you really 47?
No, I'm 45. 5677. That's my birth date.
5677. Okay. So, yeah, she's 62. So,
age is only a number, bro.
Yeah, when they're older than you, when they're younger than you, it's a whole different fucking thing. Age ain't only a fucking number.
It is if they say, you know, if they're going that route, you know, age is only a number, I guess.
Okay. So, wanted to touch on that real quick to kind of kill some time. So we're gonna get into our. I was talking about you, Rikki.
Oh, shit. See, there you go. Oh. Older women are beautiful lovers.
There it is. So, well, now I'm going to turn all red.
Hey, I'm all white, man. I just dye this to make myself look, you know.
Sherry Claire says, try a dating service. No, I can't do a dating service thing.
No, never ever would I go on a dating.
Yeah, no, that seems even more superficial than talking to people, you know, because I hear about like Tinder and all that and X's and check marks, like, you know, it's like a picture. You're judging somebody by a fucking picture. That's pretty much as shitty as it can get, I guess.
Yeah, because then when you see them in real, you're like, you don't look like that fucking picture. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm stuck here.
Yeah. Now I gotta actually have a fucking meal with you. Well, I'll just have the never-ending salad and have one salad, and then I'm out of here.
Right.
You know, eat all that pasta you want. Fucking go at it. You know. So, all right. Pump It or Dump It Band of the Week. This is where we find a band and we expose them to you and let you guys check them out. This week is a band that actually just played in Detroit over the on Wednesday, actually, at I believe it was Smalls they played at, called Blackheart Saints. Really cool band out of Austin, Texas. If you're into groove rock, classic rock, the GNR Aerosmith thing. They have a newer single called Reach the End that is out now. It's on Spotify and YouTube and all that crap. Facebook.com/Blackheart Saints or BlackheartSaintsMusic.com. Info on these guys: with a distinct groove steeped in classic rock and a modern intensity, Blackheart Saints exploded onto the scene with a bravado that is clearly backed by talent. In recent years, the studio singles Reach the End, Lines, and Misery topped the Billboard mainstream rock radio charts. Wow. It's a thing. Paving the way for appearances at South by Southwest, Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, and serving as the support act for such nationals artists as Slash, Seven Dust, Steel Panther, Pop Evil, Buck Cherry, Dirty Honey, and more. So maybe they're borderline national, and I shouldn't have put them on there, but they played small, so I'm assuming they're an independent. All right. So super cool, and we're going to check these guys out right now. Their song, Reach the End. Then we will come back, our beer of the week, and I will send Donnie that Zoom link and get during this break. And get to all that and a bunch more. Donnie Carnes in the second hour from Fallen Stronger. You're going to have to help me pull some clickbait out of him. I need some ranting and raving from Donnie, and you know his triggers.
I can try, but you know Donnie's.
You know his triggers. I need something controversial. It's been a long time since we've done anything controversial on this show. Okay. So I need some bestiality. Pedophilia. Maybe he saw a singer porking a 10-year-old in a backstage somewhere. Maybe he saw a guy jerking off to Donald Trump pictures. Maybe he's the guy jerking off to Donald Trump pictures. I need something juicy that I can clip out and be like, dude, if you missed the fucking show, you missed pretty much the most bonkers shit ever.
Right.
So I think Donnie is as close as we're going to get to something controversial on this show.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, real quick. So I found this clip yesterday. I posted it on my Facebook about when I was doing the Rikki ROXX effect on Diffuse like years ago. And we had this drinking game. Did you watch it at all?
I don't remember.
It was like a half-hour Facebook Live thing. So God, if I didn't have to work tomorrow and I wasn't such a lush, I'd totally do this game again. But it was like a drinking game. We had like a bottle of like this of like Honey Jack, and everybody, all the co-hosts made a rule. And if you broke the rule, you had to do a shot. So like one of the rules was you can't touch your phone. If you touch your phone, you have to do a shot. The other one was if you use first-person pronouns at all, you have to do a shot. So if you say like I, me, or something like that, so you can't say like, oh man, I did this on Friday, then you'd have to do a shot. You had to be like, well, Rikki did this on Friday. So you had to
Right.
So like during one commercial break, we went through like half a bottle of this shit. Yeah. So I was like, fuck, if Larry was a drinker, I'd totally bring that game back. Yeah. Larry doesn't drink. So a lot. It was bad. I watched and I was cracking up yesterday. So here it is. We're going to play some Blackheart Saints, Reach the End. We'll throw some Fallen Stronger in after that. Or wait, no, we got to do Beer of the Week. So we're going to do this, then Beer of the Week, and then we'll take another break and play some Fallen Stronger. So here it is, Blackheart Saints, Reach the End, episode number 143 of The Rikki ROXX Show, right here on Rocks100.com and YouTube Live.com or YouTube.com, whatever the fuck it is. You're on it, so you know what the hell you're doing. So here it is. Be right back.
boys.
Hey, how's it going?
Glad to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, thanks a bunch.
I'm anticipating a good turnout. I guarantee you boys will sell like hotcakes today.
Love hotcakes.
Yeah.
And we're back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Cannibal Shopping Network, where people never tasted so good. Up next, we have the Blackheart Saints. They're a rock and roll band out of Austin, Texas. Not only do they have good music, but they look delicious as well. Now, if you buy the whole band today, you get our once-in-a-lifetime price of $2,000. And just like every item we sell, it'll come prepackaged.
Won't feel like talking anymore. Pull the shades down over my scars. Blindfold my eyes. I don't wanna say I can't face no reality. I'm gonna sin. Leave me where I stand. I won't pretend. Accuse me from within. This is my own hell. I'm living in. I reach the end. At the end of the day, I will feel no pain. Why waste energy with it when there's no meaning in the end? When I reach the end, when I reach the end, I'm at the end. How am I supposed to survive when I can't seem to leave your side? You held me up every time I feel stuck. Now hide me from the sun. Don't wanna wake up. I'm gonna sin. Leave me where I stand. I won't pretend. Accuse me from within. This is my own hell. I'm living in. I reach the end. At the end of the day, I will feel no pain. Why waste energy with it when there's no meaning in the end? When I reach the end, when I reach the end, voices getting over. I reach the end. At the end of the day, I will feel no pain. Why waste energy with it when there's no meaning in the end? I reach the end. At the end of the day, I will feel no pain. Why waste energy with it when there's no meaning in the end? I'm at the end. When I reach the end, this is the end.
Thanks again to our
Good enough. All right, so there it is. Blackheart Saints and their song "Reach the End." Check them out on Spotify or YouTube or wherever the hell you guys get your music. Annette from Through Her Eyes hanging out in the chat as well. How you doing? And super cool. I guess nothing's really going on there. So hopefully, Annette's supposed to be at band practice, so obviously that's not happening. So she pops in. So there it is, Blackheart Saints, Reach the End, Facebook.com/Blackheart Saints or BlackheartSaintsmusic.com. If you dug it, head on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/rocks100. Find the Pump It or Dump It Band of the Week post. Give it the thumbs up if you dig it. Give it the face if you did not dig it so much. Larry, what do you think?
Thought it was awesome.
Cool?
Yeah, singer's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great band.
Lisa Rosalino was in there. She's like, I just want the singer. So she wants to do things to the singer. It was a thing. Annette had practice last night on a Saturday. Ugh. Who practices on a Saturday?
Not us.
That's a day for partying, man. So we're going to be getting into our beer of the week. This week, we have Bell's Brewery out of Comstock, Michigan. I never get Bell's because it's pretty much, the most well-known craft beer thing out there. So it's kind of like getting the Miller of or the Budweiser of craft beers. But I saw this and I was mildly intrigued. Here's the bottle for it. This is Bell's Brewery Kentucky Mule. This is an 8.3% ABV, a 0 IBU fruit beer. Picked this up for $16.99 for 4 12-ounce bottles. So it's a little bit pricier. Untapped.com gave this a 7.1 out of 10. Quick description on this, really quick. Bourbon barrel-aged ale with ginger and lime.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
Have you tried it yet?
No.
Oh, you're just doing the smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell no. Oh, man, that's probably the worst one yet, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, no. Ugh.
Wow.
Ugh. Yeah, it gagged me.
Wow, I gagged Larry.
No, I do not like that.
Explain the taste there.
It was like a fruity sour to me. No, just I have no thoughts on that.
Dare I ask, scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, jeez. It's like a 3.
A 3. Wow, a 3 from Larry.
Oh my God, no.
No.
Yeah, fruity. I mean, it's almost like biting a sour grape off the vine, kind of, but different. I don't know. Yeah.
See, I actually kind of dig this one. Okay, so
Of course you would.
so okay, this is what happened. I mean, it is very strong when you take it in. It literally shocks the hell out of your taste buds.
It did.
It gets you hard. With in the taste buds. Do you know what a mule is?
Is that a trick question?
No, so you kind of know what the taste is.
Right.
Like a Kentucky Mule is normally like whiskey and ginger beer with lime squeeze in it. It's like a cocktail.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of this. So this one is an ale, but it's aged in bourbon barrels, so you kind of get that whiskey-ish kind of thing. But then there's the ginger in there and the lime. So you definitely do kind of get that lime sour ginger hit right away, and it pretty much completely assaults your taste buds right away.
I eat ginger every day.
Yeah.
Ginger root.
Yeah.
I take that with turmeric every day. It does not taste like that.
I should get a ginger beer out of the fridge and have you try that. But yeah, you're pretty much, it is what it says it is. It does. It's hard to taste, but there is that ale taste in there, that kind of that copper penny kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very hidden with the lime and ginger beer. I like it because it gives you a really hard hit of flavor right away. And coming in at 8.3% ABV, which is relatively strong, man, it'll get you. This is definitely not a beer that you're going to mow your lawn with.
Right.
This is, I've never had a beer like this before. Never. And I love mules and all that. I think this is phenomenal, actually. This is a really good beer. I love the way this tastes, the way it like really, you know, that fruity hit that really just assaults your taste buds like right away. Like it's
winey, kind of like a winey.
Yeah, it's got that fruit kind of taste, you know. The one thing, maybe a little too heavy on the lime citrus kind of thing, because I think that's what's pretty much assaulting your taste buds right away, is that citrusy, sour kind of deal.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go a 9.25 on this one. I think this one is freaking killer. I mean, for $17 for a 4-pack, it's pricey. But you will have never had a beer like this ever.
I don't ever want to have another one.
You know, so if you're into the craft beer thing and you're kind of like, you've kind of gone through the rigmarole of everything from stouts to porters to IPAs to ales to lagers and the whole bit, this is very different, and it's definitely a completely different taste profile. You do kind of get the lightness of, it's not really too light. It's kind of more of a coppery kind of look to it. But yeah, dude, this I actually really enjoy this one.
You could have it all.
Yeah, I'm going to go 9.25. Larry goes,
I would rather have
3.
a Mick Ultra.
Oh, Jesus. So here I am with this bourbon barrel aged phenomenal beer and Southern Comfort and Pepsi. So I'm getting a lot of whiskey today. So super cool. That is at this week's Beer of the Week, Bell's Brewery, Kentucky Mule. I picked this up at B&B Beer and Wine in Chesterfield, Michigan. If you want to get turnt like the kids these days, it's a thing, right? Kids get turnt.
I guess.
That's a thing. And you want to lower your boundaries and keep your morals at the door, head over to B&B Beer and Wine. You'll be feeling just fine. So there's that. Nettie, don't mean jamming and having some drinks on a Saturday night ain't fun. Okay, Rikki. Okay. Plus, we're old, so we don't really party anyway, says Annette. What the fuck is she talking? She was at the
I just seen her in
Nonpoint
a
show.
Fucking mosh pit like 3 shows ago.
She was just at the Nonpoint show with me on fucking Wednesday, telling me, Rikki, you've had enough.
Right.
And yeah, it's a thing. So let me see if Donnie's in here yet. No, he's not in there yet. So we still have no Donnie in the Zoom. So hopefully Donnie knows what the hell he's doing. And now he's kind of got me worried. So what we're going to do is we are going to play a Fallen Stronger track. We'll play that. A 4-minute song, 3 minutes later. What's that?
That's what his screen says.
What's
not a link to my phone. I need a meeting ID.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to play this Fallen Stronger thing and get that to him. And we'll be right back right after this episode number 143 of the Rikki ROXX Show right here on Rox100.com.
I think I'm gonna play with all the rage I got inside my head. So go on, forget about all those nasty, dirty things I said. Oh yeah, let's going down low a little dirt on your knees. Take it nice and slow, begging pretty please. Once you get started, you never stop. You're gonna get me all the way to the top. Woo! To the top. Money's right. All I want is just a little slice. Just enough, baby, once or twice. A little taste of your paradise. sugar so sweet. Make it dribble from your head to your feet. High heels with your stockings pulled tight. I have them all by the end of the night. Come on, baby, baby, come over here. I'm gonna shift it into second gear. Arch your bag, let me pull your hair. 3 minutes later, girl, I'm almost there. Woo! I'm almost there. Yeah. I can't deny it. Yeah. Ooh, I look satisfied.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Hopefully everything is good. And there it is. Fallen Stronger, your band.
Yes.
Donnie's band.
Yes.
The band you guys are in together. Their song 3 minutes later. We're going to bring Donnie Carnes in here right now, and we are going to talk to him, see what's going on. So let's see how good we get here. He is joining Donald. There's Don. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
You can hear me. All right. How you doing, brother?
Rikki ROXX Show, I'm fucking famous.
Oh shit! It's gonna be like that. All right. How you doing, man?
How come I can't see you guys though?
Because you can't see.
You all the sexiness.
Yeah, you can't see me, but we can see you.
Yeah, we can see you.
I feel robbed.
Yeah, you look phenomenal. As we can kind of hear you. Can you still hear me? You're kind of cutting in and out.
Hear you very well.
Okay.
Nice.
So take us, were you part of writing of that song 3 minutes later?
No, I joined the band much after that. I believe Larry had to be at least a year after that album was released, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so right now in Fallen Stronger, is how many songs do you play live now that you had some kind of input in writing?
I think we are going out on our third song now. And I know that's a little bit slow as far as songwriting goes, but man, people don't understand what goes into this shit, do they?
See, so how long have you been in Fallen Stronger at this point?
I haven't really been marking down the days, like
it'll be a
the
year.
guy on the prison wall with the little, and the cross and it's you, the number 5.
Okay, so about a year.
Yeah, about a year. Yeah.
Okay, so
like
you have 3 songs in there in your set that you play that Donnie had a part in writing, correct?
Correct.
Oh, fair enough.
I've been in Casting Shadows now for a year and a half, and there are 0 songs in our set that Rikki had any part in writing. So you guys are moving at a feverish pace compared to Casting Shadows.
A feverish pace, eh? Well, look at that there. We're doing pretty good. Well, people don't, I'll say it again. I'll reiterate. People don't understand what goes into that process. It's not respected, is it really? Coming from a non-musician standpoint.
So what, tell the people out there, what goes into it, for you as a guitar player, what goes into putting a song together?
Well, gosh, there's a couple different methods that we use. It seems like the right songs. One method we've gone with so far is having Larry come up with a general idea and then writing music to it, which is, my understanding, is greatly how that last album was constructed.
Yep.
First song that was put together with any sort of input from me was, oh gosh, what was that? Scandalous, right?
Scantless, yes.
Scandalous, yes. And that was done with me and Larry sitting down with acoustic and coming up with, phrases and ideas for what we wanted to do lyrically. And then we kind of just pieced it together with riffs on the acoustic, which is but I think we pretty much laid down the foundation for the chords and then laid the vocal melodies on top of that, which was kind of a departure for Larry. Would you agree, Larry?
Yeah, for sure.
But it worked because it's a pretty cool song.
Yeah.
I like to think.
I'm trying to do a post right now because I'm going to start asking some questions, and I want people to be to know what's going on. Okay, so previous to Fallen Stronger, Okay. You've played in other bands, and a really phenomenal band that I am a huge fan of, and I want to get your take on it. You know,
Let me guess. Blender.
No, not that one. But we can talk about that one too. You know, being a kind of a fan, you know, of there's not a lot of bands I'm a fan of that came out of the 90s, the grunge thing. You know, I'm more of a cock rock 80s guy. But I've always been an Alice in Chains fan, you know, and you were in a band, you know, they're still playing right now, going out there and doing phenomenal. You were a part of Dirt, am I correct?
I was, yes.
So take us through, because there's not a lot of guys I know that go from the tribute band thing into an original band thing. You know, tribute bands, you're making money, and an original band, not so much, you know. So take us through, you know, your time in the cover band thing, you know, Dirt, and you brought up Blender. Take us through those bands and what made you want to make that jump into an original band.
I think I always wanted to be in an original band. I was just unfortunate enough to have to play with the lowlifes in the cover band.
Okay, so get it. Yes. Okay, so, you know, why do you say that? You know, is it personality issues? Is it you're not playing the songs like Jerry Cantrell does? You know, let's dive into that.
That's fucking perception, and that's obviously I'm not Noah Polston. There's just no, how are you going to compete with that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So good on them. I mean, I would even trade myself for what, you know? But, you know, that band was constructed in my basement. You know, it was just something that we were doing in the COVID era.
Yeah.
When nobody was playing and we were fucking bored, you know? So we sat in our basement and we played Alice in Chains songs. And at the time, TC, the bass player, he was renting a room for me, and his son, GC, who plays drums, was always here. So we just happened to be fucking hanging out. We did a lot of fucking debauchery. We drank fucking food. We had nothing to do. We were bored. You know, what do? You play Alice in Chains songs.
Sure.
You know? So that's how that was born. And eventually, they brought Luke Kist on board to do the Lane Staley part. And he fucking nailed it, man. He fucking killed it.
Yeah.
So,
phenomenal singer.
Phenomenal. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
You know, he's all right. He's nailed. He's a better singer than I am. I mean, you know.
Sure.
They're all great players.
Yeah. So what led to, you know, because I'm assuming that you were in Blender, then you did Dirt. Am I correct?
Spent a lot of time slumming around that fucking cover band circuit. You know what I mean? Fucking hanging out in questionable places like the fucking Jam Boozies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Playing fucking all night for $100. You know. Sometimes the 0 people, no crowds at all. Hey, the fucking cover band shit sucks, dude. It's gonna be honest. You know,
so
unless you're in a really good cover band, you know, what's Planet of Fun?
Yeah,
you know, there's a few of them out there that kick ass. But my experience with it wasn't really that great. Blender had some shows that were pretty good. We had that opening show when it was me, Donnie Carnes, Zach, and Lou, and we did the whole like dress in red thing, and they had the theme and all that shit. And fuck, dude, we had that night on Saturday night. We filled up Augie's, you know, head to head and all the way across. It was cool.
Yeah.
It's tough to get people to come out and see the same band with the same set list every fucking Saturday night. You know, it's the same shtick. You know, the masters of that have got to be Room 13.
Yeah.
By bar none, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
right. You could still go see a Room 13 show if they're playing tonight, which are not Sunday or whatever. But you could go see Room 13 tonight if they were playing you. They do it right, you know, the drinking and the debauchery. And
so, you know, what led to the big exit? You know, what happened to where Donnie Carnes is no longer part of Dirt or Blender or, you know, pretty much done with the cover tribute band thing.
Doesn't everybody know this story by now?
No.
They just whisper it in the hallways.
Yeah, now we're gonna whisper it over the radio waves.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if I want to air out that kind of dirty laundry.
Sure you do, Donnie. Come on.
We could. Yeah, sure you do. It'd be good for your ratings, right?
That's why you're here, Donnie. I need ratings, bro. I need clickbait. And Larry's like, oh, Donnie will fucking talk. You know.
Woody wants to talk.
True. Now, I will say this: I'm not known for having a very good filter.
Yeah.
And I am known for being very opinionated. And if I have a smoke, I might tell you some stories.
Smoke it up, baby.
You got that damn pipe, dude.
If you be wanting to know, maybe I'd be fucking right.
So,
why don't I just tell you then, right? You want to know?
Yeah, let us all know.
EC got fucking shit-faced drunk and told me he fucked my wife in the laundry room.
Wait, he fucked your wife where?
In the laundry room, that's what he said.
Oh, okay. So he's sticking it to your wife in the laundry room.
No, he said he stuck it.
Oh, he said he did. Okay.
He said he did. He didn't. He was just drunk and being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
That's not a forgivable thing for me.
Right.
See? TC was renting a room here at the time, so TC, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
You and your whole family, you gotta go. So they got the boot scoot, and that was the end of Dirt for me. See what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not gonna play in TC and TC's band anymore after they're vamoosed from the premises.
Right. Okay, so that was
and the rest, they say, my boy, is history.
Yeah.
Vamoose.
He looks very debonair with that pipe, I gotta tell you, though.
I read an interesting quote the other day. It was like, when people defriend you on Facebook and shit, and it says, the trash took itself out.
Yeah.
Right. The trash took itself out. The trash always shows its trashy face. Eventually, what is it, Wednesday when that shit goes out?
Yeah.
Monday for me.
It's Tuesday over here, but yeah, we get the point. Okay, so.
But, you know, God is good. God is great. One always must remember that. And remember the saying, when he closes the door, what's he do?
He opens another one.
He opens the window. Fucking A.
Letting that fresh air in.
And that window was falling fucking stronger, motherfucker.
All right, so
fucking believe it. Yeah.
So let's jump into that. You know, so how long was it before the drama in Dirt and Blender and all that, where you decided, okay, I'm done with this cover band shit. I'm done with the, you know, learning Journey covers and done playing Rooster, and I'm done playing Nutshell. I'm done playing Sweet Caroline or whatever the fuck cover bands play. I'm done with all this shit. I'm going to join an original band and make absolutely no money.
I don't know if it was ever a choice, to be honest with you. Like, in a lot of ways, my whole like music career here feels like it's like a lot like a roller coaster ride that I don't have control of. So we're just kind of fucking going all over hell and back, and I got no control.
Yeah. So
I can't call it, I'm not going to fight it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You end up where you end up for reasons. Get in where you fit in, right?
All right.
So how did this whole thing pan out, you know, with you getting into Fallen Stronger? Was it one of those things where, you know, they sought you out, you know?
Maybe... Absolutely not. Fuck, who's looking for a fucking... shit, I'm ready for retirement. Look at me, man. Got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel.
Okay, so I'm assuming.
No, man, I told this the one story before on to that Detroit State of Mind guys. They were wondering that too, like, how'd you pick this loser up? And I was like, well, I was just hanging out at the fucking shows, man, because I actually like going to Fallen Stronger shows and fucking banging my head up in the front row. I was like always up there pushing on the gate and shit and like intimidating people and be like, yeah, Fallen Stronger, drunk off my ass, fucking doing shots of whiskey.
Oh, those were the days.
Looking to mosh.
Yeah.
The Donnie Bourbon days, right?
Yeah. So how's it happen?
Anybody that I pissed off when I was drunk, I sincerely from the bottom of my heart apologize.
Oh yeah, no, I was just talking about that
It's one of the
earlier.
things I have to do with my newfound sobriety, by the way.
We'll get to the sobriety.
We'll apologize to everybody that you pissed off.
Yeah, no, I do this apology thing every time I get too fucking wasted. I was just talking about this earlier in the show where I got.
If you go back next week and get drunk and do a bunch of stupid shit, there's a lot of dudes on the scene that are doing that shit. No, people run out of patience for you know what I'm saying, dude? It's irritating. Like, and I'm thinking that's how I was acting. So I had to fucking, you gotta own that shit eventually. You gotta fucking grow up.
Never.
That time is now 43 years old. Who would have thought Donnie would start acting like an adult?
Jeez, this is what I have to look forward to in my 40s. Ricky's going to have his day of reckoning where I burn one too many bridges. And I'm like, all right,
here's fucking come soon, motherfucker. That way we can hang out more. So I can come over and I'll be all down there with my pipe and shit. I'll be like, Rikki, you should get a pipe and a smoking jacket.
So how's the Fallen Stronger thing happen for you? You know, is it one of those things you're at the show, you're doing all these fucking shots and you stumble up to Larry and be like, yo, bro, Janity's fucking awesome, but you need a fucking other guitar player because your band sucks without one. You know?
No, it just, like I said, there's no decision making in any of this shit. It just sort of happens. So, like, almost like the days of our lives, like sands through the hourglass type of shit. Like, he came to my shows, I went to his shows, we became friends. And next thing you know, Larry's like, "Do you want to join Fallen Stronger?" I'm like, "Really? You want me to join Fallen Stronger?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll play guitar with fucking Dave." Holy fuck.
Wow, so it's really like that.
All right,
Yeah,
dude, I tell you what,
approached
let me
him.
get one of those copies of that CD, and he had the CD in his hand already. And he handed it to me, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll check it out. I'll let you know.
Yeah, Larry did the same thing with me. Hey, Rikki, you want to join Fallen Stronger? I was just like, no.
Now he's kicking himself in the ass. I'm just kidding.
Were you like I was when you asked that? Were you just like, huh? Were you fucking serious? You're asking me to join Fallen Stronger? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I was not like that. I was just like, nah, thanks, bro. Did you hear my Fallen Stronger story the first time Larry approached me about joining the band?
I have not.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell this story again. I'm going to tell this story again. Okay, so at the time, Fallen Stronger was your cousin Jimmy on guitar, Yandy playing drums.
Hey, what up, cousin Jimmy?
And Johnny from OGO was playing bass, and you had J-Rock on drums.
Right.
And I had you guys on the radio show, and you're like, yo, we have a show at Diesel. Johnny is going to be supposedly moving across the state, so he's got to quit or something like that, like a job or something. And Larry's like, Rikki, come check out Fallen Stronger, see if it's something you might be into. And I'm like, I brought Rick Pernetta with me, and we came to the Fallen Stronger show.
Dirty White.
And yeah, Dirty White. And that's
he
going
went all keyboard warrior on my ass one time. I was like, dude, if I ever see you at a venue, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I swore. And then I seen him at the last show I was at. I just looked at him like, oh.
That was my birthday show, homie. We'll get into that.
Yeah, you're Rikki ROXX Show.
And so me and Dirty White show up, and J-Rock hammered.
Of course.
Completely
J-Rock,
hammered.
what up?
And everything was off. Like, he was almost falling off his drum throne and shit like that.
I heard a story about that. That actually happened. He broke his ankle or something, or his wrist and fell off the drum throne.
Yeah.
Which time?
That actually happened, or is that
No, that actually happened.
So, like, after the show, it was like Larry and Jimmy were like, dude, what'd you think? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I think I'm enjoying retirement and taking it easy right now. I'm good. And, you know, the thing, you know, Johnny left, and then
Mucus Funkus.
Sorry about that. And then Adam comes in. Everything's fine. Everything worked out for the best. So that was my Fallen Stronger thing. Like, it was like you and Jeff Land were asking me to join, like, Fallen Stronger and Casting Shadows at the exact same time. So I'm like, wow, I feel
like that. Those are two heavily competing bands. It's really ironic that you two run co-host the show together, because it's like Fallen Stronger and fucking Casting Shadows. There they are. They're like parallel fucking satellites revolving around the same fucking sun, you know? Just the local scene.
He's got the hat, I got the shirt, baby. That's how we support.
Let's talk about the fucking scene for a minute, man, because that needs to be talked about.
All right, what do you want to talk about as far as the scene goes, the Detroit rock music scene?
We grow it and get more fucking kick-ass bands like fucking Cyanide. Fucking, that was strong shit. Fucking, guitarist is fucking badass, man. You know what I mean? How do we grow the scene? Get more people out to shows, banging their fucking heads, buying beers. And in the musicians' pockets, dude.
You know, I've had this conversation with a lot of people. You know, they're like, why will you spend $100 to go to DTE to go see Kid Rock?
I know, because they renamed it Line Up, bro.
But you will not spend $10 to go see 5 bands that are just as good. And this is the reason. Because they know Kid Rock songs. That's it. So that comes down to, you know, if you think back to when the local music scene was fucking banging, you know, the 80s and 90s when you
when Seduce was playing harpos.
Yeah, and you could go to a show on a Wednesday and it would be packed. The one thing that changed was corporate radio.
Larry, that reminds me, and I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Ricky. How ironic was that we seen fucking the Von Trustenbergs when we were eating Mexican earlier.
Harvey and
they sat right now. Harvey and fucking Kelly sat right next to us. I was like, "What's up, the Von Trustenbergs?" Because they were at the Seduce show for sure last time with when Mound Road Engine opened up.
Oh yeah, I played that show.
Yes, I was front row. I remember it was badass.
Yeah, that was our CD release, and we still had to open for Dead and Five. I'm still pissed at Dana
you
for
guys
that.
Fucking killed that show, dude, man.
I'm still fucking pissed. I'm like, dude, it's our CD release, and you won't give us direct support for Seduce. Thanks a lot, Dana.
Right.
You know? So, you know, getting back to getting
they never like gave you like they didn't hook you up and shit. I mean, it was always like a battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
there's no love.
No, not really. But you know, back in the 80s and 90s and all that, you know, if a band was fucking hitting, you know, and bringing a lot of people to local shows, you know, have it be the Ritz or Harpo's or whatever, like a local band,
right?
FM radio would have no problem playing that band's song during rush hour. Right. You know, where thousands and thousands and thousands of people are hearing it. You know, like Seduce, they never had huge hits, but in Detroit, they were getting played during rush hour and prime time radio thing when people are driving home, you know, and they were on that documentary and all that, but people knew their songs. So people would go see Seduce, and there'd be a lot of people coming out to see Seduce shows. So then when like Dio would come on tour, you know, play Pine Knob or something like that, Seduce would open, and Seduce would bring just as many people as Dio. You know, that's what happened. And that's why I really think that the independent scene, you know, you don't have a lot of people coming out. If people knew, you know, and could hear like Get Some or something like that on the radio when they're coming home from work on FM.
Yeah, they might be like, hey, let's go out and fucking listen to the show. This local band's pretty fucking good.
You know, this band Fallen Stronger, I've heard this Get Something all the time after work. It's only $10 to go see them, and they sound fucking killer. So I'm not going to buy tickets, that $70 ticket to go see Bob Seger when I can hear this band for 10.
Grew up in the 80s and lived through the 90s and then seen the 2000s come in and see Beat Detective and Auto-Tune come into music and see how everything got corporatized, and now it was fucking New Kids on the Block and then Britney Spears and all that. You know, it just you watched your whole scene just get fucking destroyed, man.
Yeah,
lose all soul for the music, all soul for live music. And now we've taken some major hits over the years too. Smoking Ban was huge. It killed fucking live music in the bars. And
it did for a long time, yeah.
The corona fucking virus. Everybody's a fucking disease. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? Wear a mask. Don't go see concerts. It's the worst thing you can do. That's actually what they said.
Yeah.
Like, no, singing events are the worst. Or if there's alcohol, it's fucking.
Everybody's sweating. All those diseases are just. All those diseases are just wafting through the air and all that.
Right.
And, you know,
don't go talk to Rikki ROXX. He's gonna waft this nasty fucking disease in your face, and you're gonna.
Hey, Mike Scott hates that I say this, but I did have the birthday show during COVID when Diesel opened for a couple weeks. It was a super spreader. It was a spreader event. You know, probably about a dozen people in the next week got COVID because of that show.
That's cool.
And so I'm like, yes, I was a super spreader.
More metal than that.
I was a spreader event. So, you know, The smoking thing, you know, early on, it did really hamper the live music thing. Like, God, I still remember playing shows and being able to bring like a carton of cigarettes and stuff them in my guitar bag or whatever and be like, I'm just going to chain smoke all fucking night. And then when the smoking thing happened, nobody had patios at the time, you know, with easy access to you pretty much had to go back out the front door and have a cigarette in the parking lot, you know, so now,
right.
You know, they kind of changed it and they kind of built, you know, like Diesel, they have the smoking patio where you can still hear the bands and all that and still kind of be a part of it because it's like right there. And, you know, a lot of venues kind of reformatted their layout to kind of accommodate that. And, you know, the COVID thing, yeah, it's still a thing. You know, people are still paranoid about it. And look, I've had COVID 3 times. I've had it three
times.
I've had COVID 3 times.
Holy fuck, you're fucking superhuman.
I'm still alive. You know, the last 2 times were fucking nothing. It was stupid. And, you know, I got my vaccines and all that because if
you've ever snorted coke off the Jamboozy's toilet, you're immune to fucking.
Oh no, I'll one up you. I'll one up you, dude. I'll one up you on that. I did blow off the Harpo's toilet once. Before Roosevelt bought it. Before Roosevelt bought it. When the men's bathroom.
They got a shirt that says, I did blow off Harpo's toilet.
Yeah, back when the men's room was like a pond.
Flooded.
It was like a pond, and you'd have to like do Frogger to get to a stall somewhere. And
it was like Tiger Stadium.
Yeah. And I literally
the trough was overflowing onto the floor.
Yeah. I'd literally Frogger it to the farthest stall and take my little teener and cut it up on the toilet paper dispenser and all right, let's go. And that thing had like cigarette burns on it. And I'm like, good enough, you know, and I was in my 20s. I didn't know any better. So.
Hey, you didn't get COVID then, right?
No, I didn't get COVID then. I probably got pink eye or something. But so speaking of chemical intake, okay, this is a big thing for you and a lot of people right now that are in, I guess, our age bracket, in your upper 30s, in your 40s. And guys that have played in bands for many, many years, they're discovering sobriety and getting clean.
This is a thing, Rikki.
It is a thing. I see it all.
And you took the time to look this up?
I see it on Facebook all the time. And they're like, oh man, 30 days sober. I'm like, bro, you go to a show and you have 1 drink. Don't pull this sober shit. I've gone on tirades on this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, don't preach about sobriety when you're the guy who plays 1 show a month and the only time you drink is when you play a show and you had 2 high lives. Don't tell me about sobriety.
We got a word for that, dude. It's called the man who writes his high voice of sobriety.
Right. It's fucking stupid. You know, I you know, it's one thing if you're kind of like just one of those degenerate drunks that's just, you know, when you drink, you just fucking go and there's no stopping. Like the Rikki ROXXs of the world where you have 1 drink and you can't say I'm done at 10:30. The bar closes at 2, you know, But
there are some of us that are more legend than others. I know I've partied with dudes back in the day. This one motherfucker, Robin, dude, this dude died twice. We had to call the paramedics and they had to restart his heart. This dumb fucker drinking, dude.
Oh shit! I haven't gone that far. I've died twice, but that was doing blow. I've never died from alcohol. I got to up my game. Annette, hopefully you're still there. Mission.
Listen to this kid, we're drinking a 5th. We had a 5th of vodka. So we walk up to the park. There's some baseball diamonds, and we're in the trees drinking this 5th. We're like, oh, dude. Motherfucker, he kills like the last third of the bottle, just tips it up. And he goes stumbling off with the 5th in his back pocket. He climbs up the fucking light. Dude, this thing is like 8 stories high, dude.
Oh, my God.
It's one of those gigantic soccer. Gets about halfway up, bro, and he pulls the 5th vodka out of his back pocket and he tipped up the rest, goes all the way back, and then he just keeps leaning back, falls off. Had to be about 80 feet, man. Dude,
oh my!
He fell a long way, bro. And he hit so hard, his heart stopped his fucking heart, man. We called the fucking paramedics right away.
So what do you tell the paramedics at this point? Yo, this dude got fucking hammered, decided to climb a light pole and fell 80 fucking feet to his pretty much death.
To his death, yes. He was revived.
Okay, so because I was gonna feel like shit if he actually died, you know.
No.
Damn.
And that's the thing. It would be laughable if it was the only time that he did that, but he fucking did it twice.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So one time wasn't enough. He's like, I did it once. Let's play this game again. Let's see how many times we
We
attempt
ought to see
fate.
if he's available for a Zoom meeting so he can fucking explain this shit. This is fucking real, though. I mean, this.
So how is he
Yeah,
now?
wow,
Is he like a sober guy now, or is he like one of those guys who has like oxygen?
He's that's made me think of him. He's sober, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Straight edge, bro. I got the X's on his hands now.
Oh Jesus, straight edge. So
Straight edge, bro.
what was the talking about this? What was the point for you where you made that decision where you're like, wow, I've gone too far and I can't do this anymore? What was it for you?
I don't think it was so much that's how I made the decision. It was a culmination of just doing it for so long, and just getting tired of all the effects that go along with it. Just being like 30 years almost now of drinking, carrying on. I guess some people, they just grow out of things. People who are once big partiers in their life, later in their life, find more peace and solitude and enjoying time walking to the park with their children than they do slamming down 3 fucking pints of booze. Each their own. If there's dudes that still like to do that, hey, bro, I got nothing against you, man. Rock the fuck on. Put our album on when you get drunk. It's fucking killer. Okay? But for me, I'm at that point in my life where I'm enjoying it better without alcohol. And one of the biggest enjoyments by far is there's absolutely no depression now. It's completely lost. I'm over 100 and some odd days sober, and I no longer have any suicidal thoughts or depression, or like I have days where shit's negative and it's bad, but it's never. Man, when I was at the height of my drinking, I was fucking super depressed, man. There were times where I was so fucking depressed I could have killed myself. No problem. I had some serious issues I needed. Major depression, anxiety, PTSD. I've struggled a great portion of my life with this. This isn't new, you know what I'm saying? So I've wanted to quit drinking for a great number of years, and it just got to the point now where it's like the benefits of it and the other things that I have going on in my life that are so positive around me. Once I finally got the trash took itself out of my life, and there was the only people that were left were people like Larry, didn't drink, that were good role models, started working out again, started playing music better, and my wife and kids, who are obviously my whole family, is great influences on me. Nobody parties, nobody drinks, they're just all amazing fucking people, man, that are full of love, and I think it's just those people, there's so many of them around me that they've changed me.
I'm gonna drink the rest of Larry's beer while you're talking about sobriety.
Hey man, it's cool, dude. It just works. I never gave it a try, an honest try, and now that I have, I'm fucking hooked on it. I'm not going back. I'm sober, dude. I'm
So the last time, were you like a social drinker? Was that your thing? Like if you were out and about, you were a thing.
But I was an everything drinker. I was just a drinker. I was a drinker of drinkers. I considered myself. I could drink you under the table. You know what I'm saying? There was no doubt. I could stand at the bar with Dan Lyjack and pump down whiskey all night and stare him straight back in the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
See, where I was kind of going with that was
there's
like,
a little nod to the Boys of Drag saw the drinker of drinkers, right?
Were you just 13, a guy,
the cover band drinker of drinkers?
Were you like the guy that you would only drink when you were out with Dan Lyjack, or you were out at shows, or were you going home and knocking them back at home too?
Bro, I'll tell you, I'd be like, tending to the crops. It'd be getting late. It'd be 3 a.m. I'd have to work the next day, and I'd come up to the cupboard and just have a little taste, just a bit of a nipper before I go to sleep, and the bottle would just get turned back, and I'd just count the bubbles.
And then it was gone.
So do you remember?
And then I'd be fucking drunk and bitching at Shannon. Oh, fucking ball.
Jesus. So when you drank the last time, do you remember your last time you drank?
Offhand, I'd have to think about that. No, not in particular, to be honest.
Because I was going to ask, you know, was the last time you drank, did you know that was it? Had you made that decision?
It had nothing to do with it. I made the decision. I remember standing in the shower. I had not drank the day before, and I felt good that morning when I was showering. And I go, you know what, dude? Just fucking give this a try, dude. Go for a run today. Go for a walk. Just do anything else. Get your fucking mind off it. Don't reach for the bottle. Don't reach for the beer. Don't reach for the booze. And that's how it started, you know. And like I said, everybody around me is a positive influence now. You know, nobody's drinking around. There's nobody fucking going like this. Here you go, Donnie. Here you go. Drink this, Donnie. Drink this. Minnie the Moocher's gone.
So, like, when you're at shows,
the trash took itself out, homie.
So, do you still kind of get that because you've played shows during this, you know, your time sober? You know, you're playing a show, you know, wherever it is, Diesel, wherever, and everybody around, you know, the people in the crowd, they're drinking, they're having beers, they're doing shots, they're doing all this. All the other bands that are playing, they're drinking, doing shots, you know, carrying on, doing their thing. Do you have that kind of like nervous thing where, because there's some guys I know that, you know, I'm going to shout out Dan Pigeon from Oscar Goldmen Overdrive. He went sober as well. And his thing is I
got a tremendous amount of respect.
You know, he knows that bars are a trigger for him where there's alcohol. So like last night, he was done with the set. He packed his stuff up and left. And, you know, do you have that kind of like, ooh.
No, because I'm a fucking asshole, man. I like to fucking, you know, hang out, talk shit, and talk to people. I'm a social butterfly, I guess. I enjoy that shit.
So
you know, even if everybody's fucked up and acting stupid and shit, because they are when they're drunk, it's funny to watch now that I'm sober. I'm like, damn, that's how I was acting. It just seems really fucking foolish.
Okay, so you don't have that thing. You don't have that thing where everybody has a drink in their hand. You're like, well, one ain't gonna fucking kill me, you know. I can have one with my buddies, and
I'm there to fucking rock and roll. I fucking rock and roll, man. And most of the time, you know, I'm more focused on the fucking show and playing that shit, because you're playing guitar with David Gannady, man. You want to be on point, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you're hitting your notes, you know. So that's what I'm mostly worried about, and that helps tremendously too, is not being fucking drunk. We as a whole, as a band, had to talk about this, you know, when we'd play shows that where we went on at like 11 midnight and shit, and we were hanging out at the venue all day, and the drummer and the bass player and the guitar player all had 6 beers and smoked 4 doobies, and we were fucking tired the time we went on. We were putting out a shitty product. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag Ricky's birthday show. You know, so the sobriety thing's working out for you. You're not having those.
It's not just working out for me. It's working out for me, and everyone immediately around me is definitely benefiting. My children are benefiting huge, because I've become like this fucking super father. Come to the pool every day, take some fishing. Like, I suddenly have time. I feel good all the time now.
Yeah, you're not having that thing where you're not having that like the Rikki ROXX thing where you go out on Friday and Saturday, and Friday, you know, you're going out and hammer it and getting it down, and then the next morning
I've been focusing on like fucking meditation, health, mental health, meditation, music, family and love. That's it, dude. That's where I'm at.
So
I'm almost like in a fucking, like, you know how Samuel Jackson goes through that. He says, I'm going through a transitional phase in his life. He's like, I don't want to kill people anymore and shit. I just want to walk the earth and get in little adventures.
Yeah.
Came from, I think that's, you know, somewhat, maybe I'm recalling on my martial arts days or something, or I don't know.
Wow. See, now I want to get sober, but this beer tastes so fucking good.
So does fucking orange juice and milk. Tastes fucking amazing.
Oh, God, that sounds wretched. That sounds wretched. Orange juice and milk.
What are you talking about? That's what the Orange Julius was based on. That shit was popular in malls across America.
Yeah, look what happened.
It was a hillbilly favorite.
Right.
All right. So
all my aunts, when we went to the mall, they're like, "Oh, we gotta get an Orange Julius." It was the first place we fucking went. Remember, they'd crack a raw egg in it and shit.
Oh my God. God, it sounds disgusting. It sounds horrible. Sobriety sounds rough as fuck.
It's only being painted that way by your perspective, Rick.
Orange juice, milk, and raw eggs?
That's not, that can't, what I'm drinking now has no relation to sobriety in general.
you health people. Jesus. I mean, there's water. Beer is mostly water, so I'm hydrating.
Make no arguments against the consumption of alcohol. Merely say that for me, it was the right path to take. And to each his own, I'll repeat that over again. I'm really feeling that lately. To each his own. I don't give a fuck what you do, man. That's your shit. Matter of fact, I really don't care. I just don't want people to be worried about my shit. Fuck you. It's my shit. Don't worry about it. My rights to do whatever I want to do. Fuck you. Don't take them away. Worry about your shit. If everybody worried about their own fucking shit, this world would be way better off, would it not be?
So, since we're talking about rights getting taken away, let's talk some politics, bro.
Fuck yeah, God, you never get there. That's what I'm saying. That's when I say I'm in a transitional phase. I'm feeling what the other fucking side's saying a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm not liking either party in this country right now. Fuck them both. You fuck the Republican Party and fuck the Democratic Party.
Oh, geez. Okay, so
I'm Donnie Carnes. I'm fucking independent, and I endorse this mess. Falling strong.
There you go, baby.
Go get the fucking seat. Come out to the shows, bitches. Let's rock and roll, motherfucker. Let's put some good shows together.
See, I wanted to go somewhere with it, but now he's like, oh, independent. I'm like, damn, I was going to start being
you go where you wanted to go, Ricky.
I can't now because it kind of killed my whole vibe. I was going to talk about how you feel about Donald Trump running in 2024 and what your thoughts are on his.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Dumbfounding. I can't even fucking put my mind around it.
And I want to talk
on the last fucking. He couldn't beat Joe Biden, bro. Who can't beat Joe Biden?
That's another thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about how Joe Biden has improved this country leaps and bounds in the last couple of years, and how wonderful everything's are.
Did he improve?
And
are you out of your fucking mind?
and talk about the Biden effect and how phenomenal the Democratic Party is, and how much they have done for this country, and how the Republicans are the scum of the earth.
Is that what they're going to run on in 2024? Biden effect?
Yeah, the Biden effect,
seems
dude.
Counterproductive to me, just the whole term.
Yeah, or Biden dies, we get Kamala Harris, get her in there.
Listen, here's the thing about politics. Let me try to put it in a nutshell. For you, Lane, God rest your soul. Fuck, dude. You're fucked on either side, man. And they use that like, okay, so if this guy, Donnie Carnes, liked right-sided politics or he likes left-sided politics, you want to make him make a decision. So we can then decide to segregate him off and say we don't like him anymore. Like, I say, fuck all that, yo. Fuck all that shit. I'm a fucking human being, motherfucker. You gotta judge me as an individual. You want to know? Come fucking talk to me. I'll let you know.
See, this is the weird thing. This is weird because the way Donnie's talking sounds like he's drunk. When you kind of have that, I'm Donnie motherfucking Carnes, I'm independent, this. I'm like, man, you sound like you've had a couple, but this is like sober Donnie. So maybe being not drunk is like better because you just.
Bro, did you ever talk to me when I was hammered?
I've tried.
You tried, exactly.
My birthday show, I tried. I tried, but you got very loud with me, and I felt like I was gonna die. I'm like, there's Donnie Carnes, big ass Donnie Carnes, and Larry's standing right there. I'm like, God, I can't take one of these guys. And now I got half of Fallen Stronger right on me. And Donnie's yelling at me.
I bought you a drink and asked you to dance, and you were like, "What do I drink?" And I go, "You drink fucking Jack and Coke, sweetheart." And you were like, "Oh my God, can I touch your ass?" That was a sexy swinging time, man. I had a fucking blast, bro. Through that.
Jesus. My birthday show, always fun. So
today your birthday, Ricky?
No, my birthday was months ago. You played
your
it.
Birthday show, yes.
You played my birthday show, bro. Come on.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Are you sure you're not drunk, homie?
Don't drink, man. No, I'm good.
Are you high as a fucking kite right now?
He's like,
yeah. Okay, so you still got the vices. It's all cool. Okay, so
man's got to have something, right?
Yeah, you got that orange juice and milk. God, gross. Okay, so completely sober now. And do you find yourself writing better, and more creative than you were before? Because a lot of, you've heard the argument, oh man, Aerosmith was so much better when they were on the junk. Motley Crue was so much better when they were fucking loaded. Guns N' Roses, they were so much better when they were a bunch of alcoholics and drug addicts. And when all these bands sobered up.
If you need to have the alcohol to feed your ego or to be a man, you need to. It's garbage, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cocky fucking bastard whether I'm drinking or not. You know what I'm saying? So why do I need to poison myself and kill myself sooner and take myself away selfishly from my children at an early age because to make my, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need for that. That goes along with that pseudo rock star imagery. It's fucking.
That's how I've made a career, bro. Is pseudo rock and roll imagery.
The fact that you're a homosexual. That's about as hard as I find it. What we were talking about, right? Fucking writing songs or something? I don't know, Ricky. What were we talking about?
Well, have you found yourself, because, you were in Fallen when you were drinking and all that. And I'm assuming right when you came into the band, you throwing ideas out, writing songs and doing all this, do you find that your creative mind is better and more fluent than it was when you were 100%. Under the influence 100%. Of alcohol?
Absolutely, way sharper.
Like, are you coming up with ideas? Be like, man, I could have never come up with this riff if I was fucking hammered.
The riffs are flowing plenteous.
Plenteous. Okay, so
they are coming. It's like being back in 1989 again, and I'm jamming out to the "And Justice for All" cassette. You know what I'm saying? All these, those teenage angsty riffs are coming back, getting like a motherfucker, man. Guitars are laying around the house. I'm not stumbling around drunk, wasting my life. So I'm playing guitar, dude.
Man, now I feel horrible about drinking right now. I don't even want to have this beer now because I'm like, man, I'm going to wake up to go to work tomorrow and I'm going to feel like garbage. But
Rikki, I think you of all people, honestly, could benefit the most from laying down the bottle for a while. Yeah. Because you got so much to offer, man. You're literally like an enigma. Local scene, man. People look up to you. You got to think about that. I think about that with my children a lot. They look up to me and they watch you every time you pick that bottle up, press it to your lips and tilt it back. The eyes are taking in everything with engagement and wonder.
Engagement and wonder and
youthful
just whimsy.
They're monkey see, monkey do, man. That's what they are. Your children are monkey see, monkey do. So.
Excuse me while I drink my SoCo.
Down with your bad self.
I feel horrible.
If you get a smoking jacket and a pipe, though, I think it would add to the. Not that I can fucking see what you look like anyway, because all I can see is myself here. But I'm sure you look ravish.
No, I don't have any makeup on. It all washed off after yesterday's debauchery.
How did you come up with all that shtick, man? You got so much fucking frizzles and frazzles hanging off of you. You look like a fucking Chinese lamp. You remind me of fucking who's the dude from Aerosmith? Steven Tyler meets who's going. You got cool makeup though, man. Kind of reminds me of fucking homeboy, fucking
Hawk and Animal from the Road Warriors.
Ultimate Warrior. I've gotten Ultimate Warrior a couple times.
Warrior. That's
No, it's just I didn't want to go up on stage in jeans and a t-shirt. I thought it was lazy, and that's how I came up with the whole thing. I thought it was like lazy and too easy to go up on stage in the same shit I go to work in. So I'm like, dude, people don't want to see guys that look like they just got off work. They want to see a fucking rock star. They're coming to they're coming to a show. They want to see a fucking show.
Amazed. Some people do want to see guys that look like they just got done swinging a hammer. You know what I'm saying? Well, that pumps a little bit of testosterone in the room, gets people worked up a little bit.
Yeah, so that's
there's nothing wrong with just because all the liberals tell you nowadays that you can't be a strong male. Fuck that shit. That's cool, man. You gotta welcome that in your life. If you got boys, you gotta teach that to them.
Oh no, we talked about dating. Now you can't be a strong male anymore. It doesn't fucking work. Women get all weird.
I don't agree. No fucking.
No, it's a thing. I'm living it right now, bro. I'm living it right now. I'm living it.
That goes against the good book, my friend.
Well, these kids these days aren't following the fucking good book. That like coming across as a big, strong man comes across as...
Father did give these monkeys free will, did he not?
Oh, was that racist?
No, that's a Tool lyrics, brother.
Oh, when somebody references a human as a monkey, I'm like, oh no.
I'm referencing the 10,000 Days album.
Annette in the chat said she had the hots for the Ultimate Warrior when she was 12. There we go.
Viewers.
That's what.
No shit.
Yeah,
they're actually watching this.
Amazingly, there are a few.
No way.
Yeah,
what's the head count?
You don't want to know. The Rock and Roll Enigma does have a few people that actually watch. Yeah. Okay, so did you ask? Was there a question there? Because I feel like I didn't answer a question.
Oh, we were talking about your frilly frallies.
Oh, yeah, and then you brought up the man thing and testosterone.
Jump
and all
up there and slab your axe all over the place.
Yeah, and then you throw out the man thing and testosterone and swinging hammers and all that shit. And so, you know, my thing is a room can only take so much testosterone until you got to get a little bit of something to soften it up. You know, or change the testosterone up a little bit, or throw a little what do they call it, estrogen in there. You know? So that's where Rikki ROXX comes in. So, you know, that's where that's where good female fronted bands come in, man. There are a ton of those on the scene. See, this is how
kick-ass female talent.
This is how I thought about it, because I'd play shows with a bunch of dudes that look like they got off work. They're wearing a t-shirt, they're wearing jeans, and they have the hat turned backwards, and you know, the sunglasses. I'm like, okay, well, there's at this show,
the dudes don't want to see that. They want to see a half naked chick.
Well, but it's like even the women that come out, okay, well, there's 5 bands on this bill. 25 guys look like this. They have their hat turned backwards. They got their jeans and t-shirt on. I'm like, what's going to make me stand out from the rest of these other boners? Well, I'm going to throw makeup on. I'm going to wear makeup. I'm going to wear leather. I'm going to wear nut huggers, and I am going to swing my dick like nobody's fucking business. I'm going to spin. I'm going to wear lipstick. I'm going to wear makeup. I'm going to fucking separate myself from everybody. And that's how I've gotten into all of my bands, because I look completely different from everybody else. Not because of my talent or lack thereof. I'm a horrible guitar player, a horrible bass player. The only reason I have a gig is because of how I look.
I would never say that you're a horrible bass player. No way. I mean, when I watched you play, I don't think you were off time with one note. When we was at Freddy's, it was a killer night, man. Everybody was on their game at that show.
Simons?
Casting Shadows.
Yeah.
Simons,
that was good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, what time were we at?
I think what I'm saying is I think you're a stellar player, Mr. ROXX. Don't sell yourself short. Come on now.
Nah, that's what I do. I chop myself down.
It's not all about your charming good looks. That's not the only reason.
Oh, it is all about this salt and pepper that I got going on here. So we're almost at 9 o'clock. You know, what, you know, for you, Donnie Carnes, you know, where do you see Fallen Stronger going? You know, what do you want to do with the band? You know, because, you know, you threw out the Casting Shadows, Fallen Stronger dichotomy, competition kind of weird thing that's going on there. And yeah, I know it's a fucking thing. And
there's no competition, man.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, well, I'm playing out of town and I'm doing national shows, not at Diesel. Okay, so I pretty much won that battle. You know, where do you see Fallen Stronger? You know, shots fired, bro. You know, what do you see Fallen Stronger? You know, doing? You know, in the next little bit. You know, where do you
sucking the hind titty to Casting Shadows if it's up to Rikki ROXX?
Don't worry, guys. I'll bring you guys along.
We ain't playing too great.
I'll bring you guys along. Don't worry about it. When I'm a huge rock star, I'll be like, I'll throw some bones out to my boys and all that, and I'll bring Fallen Stronger along for the ride. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Larry,
you guys.
Are you there in the studio with him? Can you reach over and knock his hat off? Hey, wrap one of his little furly tassels up in your finger and make him trip.
So, okay. So Larry's told me, you guys got a brand new song that's fucking killer. Larry was like, dude, this is going to be better than Get Some. It's going to be fucking killer. So new
music.
Yeah, new songs.
That's going to be a new thing. That's going to be quite a bit of that.
New songs coming out, but as far as like, shows and getting out there and doing all that, what would you like to see Fallen Stronger do better? What would you like to see Fallen Stronger? Where would you like to see Fallen Stronger be in a year, 2 years, 5 years? Your opinion.
My opinion, as if it mattered. It's not my band, man. I just feel lucky to be a part of it. How I honestly feel, and to have enjoyed the friendships that I have with these guys up until this point. They've been the straightest, coolest motherfuckers I've ever played with. Really, yeah. Everybody's a joy to play with in that band. We get together, there's no bullshit. We do our thing, man, and fucking it works.
Totally didn't answer my question at all.
Is that evasive? Is it almost like watching MSNBC?
Yeah. Totally didn't even come close to answering my questions. I asked your opinion. Where would you like to see Fallen Stronger in a year, 2 years, 5 years? Where would you like? What would the status of the band? What in your idealized perfect world? And realistically,
Let's see here. I'm imagining cover Rolling Stone. Because Larry,
that's why I had to throw in realistically.
Divorced is the second supermodel. So he's married two supermodels at this point.
Larry on Playgirl magazine.
It could be a thing.
Yeah, right. I'll
Got to fund the band somehow, brother.
I'll do like a lay like this pipe. You know what I mean? Maybe grow the chest meat out a little bit, 70s style again. Look
like a built Hugh Hefner. So where what do you want to see Fallen Stronger do?
Can you imagine the fucking pool parties we could have if we had
Larry's got the hot tub,
Hollywood and shit.
Larry's got the hot tub in fucking New Haven or wherever the hell you live.
Washington.
White boy famous here in good old Michigan. Let's do it. If Larry's hot tub is what we got, we should host a Rikki ROXX event live from Larry's hot tub.
God, I'd have to disinfect everything 5 times. Oh God, the seed being splooged everywhere would be way too much for me to handle. It'd be like a 4th of July event.
Larry's basement would be a kick-ass place to do a show though, because you got the live setup with all the band. You got live band play like they do on the State of Mind podcast. You got the live shows and then do an interview after. He's got room. You can do like a big ass round table like that. You know what I mean? Because that's
wow, your guitar player's calling you out, Larry.
Live, play live shit. Cool as fuck, man. That's where I feel like Fallen Stronger really excels, because our live show is so good. It is so precise and on point. I feel blessed to play with. I consider these guys damn top. If not the best. And look at Yannick, dude. I mean, he's on that level of, who else can play as good as him? Maybe Noah Polston. Now, there's a few of them out there. There's some incredible. Jason Kane, that guy's fucking incredible.
All right, so I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try this again for the 3rd time. Where would you like to see Fallen Stronger in 1 year, 2 years, and 5 years?
I answered that, man. I said on the cover, Rolling fucking Stone.
Realistically, I don't even think they
supermodel. What the fuck, dude? You not listen to anything I'm fucking saying, Ricky? You're fucking killing me, man. Drink another fucking beer, why don't you?
Oh yeah, Donnie Carnes, ladies and gentlemen.
God, he's just going for it.
I like to bow at the end of our sets. You know what I'm saying? We get that. It feels so fucking good, man.
So has anybody told you guys that you guys are kind of starting to resemble Manowar now?
Man of War, eh?
Manowar.
No, I'm not.
All the muscly dudes in like tight shirts and all that shit now.
Muscly?
You're getting there, dude. I see you flexing. I see you leaning back, puffing your chest out and shit. And you're doing the Larry thing. Larry does it on the show. He always has his arms on the table, and he's always kind of like,
take my shirt off. That's what if there's any ladies, what? No,
there is Annette from Through Her Eyes. She's hanging out in there. There, actually, everybody who's watching is a female right now.
What do we call that? When you have the Facebook stalker creepers that join, but they never say nothing. They're the lurkers.
Lurkers. Yeah, no, they're hanging out. You know,
They're
Lisa's
just hoping for you to post a swimsuit pic or.
Yeah, Lisa's hanging out there. Sherry's there. Annette's there. It's all women. It's all ladies here, dude.
Maybe maybe there's something to this Man of War thing, man. I don't know who these dudes are, bro, but they sound fucking killer.
Oh yeah, if you guys came on stage looking like Manowar,
cover a couple of their songs, Larry.
Oh jeez, I gotta find a picture of Manowar for you. All right, Larry, talk to your guitar player. I'm gonna find a picture of Manowar and put it up.
This should be fun. It's like Manowar. It's like Men at Work, but
Men at Work. Holy shit! Well.
Oh, you should bring up the Men at Work.
There it is. All right, so I'm gonna put this on the screen so everybody can see what Manowar looks like. And Donnie, you're not gonna be able to see it, but
I can't see shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up there, and you can see it.
I'm over here in solitary confinement.
Yeah, Larry saw it and he's like, "Fuck, dude."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Did you hear that I found out that they fucking changed my fucking family's name when we were brought over to the United States? I found out I'm Irish, and my original name was Okiarin. Ain't that something? They called it, they anglicized our name. But we were slaves, you know, so it's okay to treat us like shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about my ancestry, man. I'm a fucking poor fucking Mick. Poor fucking Irish slave. Probably got here in the bottom of a fucking boat with the rats and fucking piss and whiskey bottles and fucking, you know, I'm sure it wasn't sexy. Probably pretty fucking bad.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on now. All right, so coming across the screen now is what Manowar looks like. Larry, for Donnie over there, explain what Manowar looks like.
Looks like a long-haired men in tights. I definitely don't want to be Manowar.
Yeah,
I think I look better than that.
We actually entertained the idea, did we not, Larry, of just playing socks and cocks, right? We talked about this before. 'Cause everybody's pretty strong and confident in our band, so I thought we could, probably rock the sock and the cock thing. Maybe Bacchus might be that place for that kind of gayness. What do you think?
I'd like to see David Yanity take his shirt off for once.
Yanity's got a fucking cock like a fucking Missouri mule. He's got fucking 2 yards of cock.
Jesus.
I don't even think there's
the
a
anaconda
sock big enough to hold that motherfucker.
The anaconda.
That's what Niku calls him. J Niku.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
That's the thing, brother. That's the thing.
All right. So I don't even know what the hell to ask anymore. I'm gonna ask.
Talk about Falling Stronger, because that's really what it's all about.
Okay, tell me.
Everybody here, that's what they want to talk about.
Yeah, tell me about Falling Stronger. Tell me about your band. We've talked about it for the last hour, but let's talk about it some more. Let's talk about your band. Let's do this. I'm gonna try.
Anytime I think of Falling Stronger, as soon as I hear the name, I just think about being gracious and having gratitude. I feel so much fucking respect and love for my homies.
All right, you don't have to suck Larry's dick anymore. You're in the band. You're in the band, bro.
They're all their dicks all at once, man. That's the way this is a fucking 5-way marriage. There's five of us fucking men at work motherfuckers up there. You know what I'm saying? So
the new song's called Band of Brothers.
Brothers, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's pretty tight, man. It's pretty tight. And I'm gonna tell you what, dude. We're not everybody sees politics the same in our band. Not everybody comes from the same places. I'm from the fucking ghetto. Larry's from, where are you from, Larry?
He's from the way.
I'm from, I've been around.
Yeah, I've been around.
Pretty
All right,
much. Yeah.
So I need some more clickbait out of you. So I'm going to ask you this question. You've worked with a lot of artists in your career, a lot of musicians, a lot of singers, bass players, guitar players, drummers.
What have I?
Which one would you care to never see or talk to again, and why?
Oh. Huh. Well, never see or talk again in a while. This sounds like the most baited question I've ever heard in my entire life. We already touched on this fucking shit.
Let's fucking do it again. Let's get out there again.
What it is, man. And to be honest with you, I'm over it. I'm pretty forgiving, dude. You know what I'm saying? You said what you said. It's fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying?
So the guy that said
I'm not holding grudges against musicians, man. I hope everybody's successful, bro. Everybody. I don't got no hate towards anybody. I love all the brothers that I played with. Everything. I take all those memories with me to, on the day I die. That's all I have, man.
All right, so
Blender, Dirt. It was all fucking great. I love them all.
So tell me this.
Great.
Tell me this. Okay,
what do you want to know, Ricky?
You're going to a show. You take your wife with you. She wants to come see a show with her man. Go.
What kind of show is this? Is this a pornographic?
No, this is a rock show.
Say
her favorite band is playing, and you're like, okay.
She fucking hates bands, man. She listens to fucking NWA and fucking Ice Cube.
All right, Ice Cube's coming to town. Okay, he's playing some fucking dive bar because nobody gives a shit about Ice Cube anymore. So you're going to see Ice Cube. Okay,
man. I'm gonna call Ice Cube and be like, "This dude Rikki ROXX talking."
Yeah, call Ice Cube and tell me he can come on my show and fight me on it.
And melt himself.
He will knock your ass out. I would not fuck with Ice Cube. Dude.
So okay,
crazy, dude. He fuck crazy as fuck.
You're at an Ice Cube show. No Vaseline, all the hits. You're out. Homeboy comes up. He's at the show too. And he comes over. He's like. He's letting shit go. Be like, oh, Donnie, dude, I'm so sorry about what happened. I was in a horrible spot. And then you turn away. You turn away for a second. You're like, okay. You turn away for a second. You're like, fuck you, bro. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And you kind of turn your back on him.
Say fuck you.
But then you turn back around. He's talking to your wife. What do you do?
That's not gonna happen.
What do you do?
You ain't getting there.
Mama said knock you out.
Not even close. No, would not get close. It wouldn't happen.
Okay, you see him at a show, and he's giving you the looks.
It's not gonna happen. When I'm with my wife, I don't let her out of my fucking sight. Nobody's gonna creep up like that on me.
Okay, but he's
you're
just
gonna get the jump on Donnie Carnes, bitch.
No, he shows up to a show. Say you're at a whatever show, Ice Cube show or something like that. He walks by and kind of gives you the look. He's just walking by, gives you the look. He gives your wife the the nod.
Who are we even talking about?
The guy who said he stuck your wife over the dryer or whatever the hell it was in the laundry room.
You talking about TC?
Sure.
Tim Serta?
Sure.
If I see him in public, what's gonna happen? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I'm just saying,
he's gonna go about his fucking business, and I'm gonna go about mine.
But if he gives
your own fucking business.
he gives you,
you know what I'm saying?
He gives you the evil look, and then directly looks at your wife and gives her the. Yo,
come on,
what
Ricky,
up, though?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm trying to bait you, bro.
Bait my dick, dude. Lick peanut butter off the end of my dick. Fuck a fucking bag of dicks.
Okay, so I'm
baiting too hard.
On the other side of that. Okay, so we know who you would never care to see or talk to again.
Honestly, dude, I could talk to TC if he was here. If he walked in the room, I'd be like, "What?" Because I know the guy my whole fucking life, bro. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
So on the other side of that,
he got drunk and said some stupid shit. For that, he got kicked out.
On the other side of that,
he said he was sorry. It is what it is, man. You know.
On the other side of that, all the musicians and singers you played with, who is the most talented and skilled of them all?
Lucas is the best drummer I ever played with. Noah Polston is the best guitar player I ever played with. Yanity's got I don't know. It's a toss up between Yanity and Noah, man. Because fucking Yanity's got lightning bolts coming through his fingers sometimes. But then you see that creativity from Noah, that youth and creativity, that blows my mind. And there's just so many good fucking talented musicians, man. You want just the ones I played with, all right?
Yeah.
Lucas drums, man. Rich Siege drums. And Noah, Dave, Larry vocally, fucking they do the powerhouse.
Okay.
Like Larry up there, just beast, and fucking nobody has the look, that imposing 2000s hard rock, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass fucking look down like Larry Smith's got it. I post my boy there.
Wow, look at him just deep throating the dicks tonight. Just deep throating the dicks.
He knows good talent when he sees it.
Okay.
Hey, man.
All right, you can put together.
Oh, bass. I didn't get the bass yet.
Okay.
Definitely not TC. He's cool. He looks like a rock star. He does his Kiss thing. That's cool. He's a good bass player, but fucking Donnie Carnes earns an honorable mention for having a fucking really thick, nasty tone. When we were in Blender, Luke Kissed on drums and Donnie K on that bass. You'd have one guitar and he'd fill that bottom end in really, really nice, man. And he had a like chorus and fucking something on there. I don't know. It's just fucking really, really good, muffy, thick tone, man. Yeah, he was good. Even when he was fucking shit-faced wasted on whiskey, he'd still fucking play right to lose kick every time, man.
All right.
Adam Gryzinkowski, that dude, I've never even heard him once make a mistake on the bass ever, and I've been playing with him for a year straight.
Yeah, he's quite flawless.
It's flawless.
All right, so Larry, you have
Dave too. You rarely ever hear Dave Yanity miss a note. It's fucking few and far between.
And that boy can put him down too.
Oh yeah.
Hey man,
it's
intimidating, bro, to watch him play guitar. There's no other word for it.
That too.
It's intimidating.
All right, so Larry, you have
total mastery of it.
You have anything for your guitar player Donnie Carnes before we get off the phone with him?
No, I mean Donnie's a great guy. You know, I love him. He's more than a bandmate. He's like my brother, and we hang out, you know, all the time outside of the band, and you know, we've grown a really good relationship. Very trustworthy, very true. You know, he's a true brother.
Real.
So how long when he was in the band did it take for you guys to jerk each other off? With your big
quick.
muscle.
It happened like first night, first show.
The first show before?
First show,
was like,
you know.
It was fucking crazy. Rikki, you would have been in love.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean.
All right. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you can pick one of these two songs to play after we're done talking with you, which one would it be and why? RPM or Valley of Thieves? You can pick one.
That's a tough choice. Man, I'm gonna go with Valley of Thieves.
Or we can play a really old version of Get Some.
This is groovy, man.
Valley of Thieves?
Valley of Thieves.
Okay, we'll play that.
I wish we had, you should bring up that Detroit State of Mind version of fucking Domination that we do. Holy fuck, did we kill that fucking set, that live set we played in that basement? Fuck.
Right.
Dude, we were fucking lightning. Everything was flawless.
We need to get a version of Countdown to Death
I think I was ever a part of.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish cool. The way we played there, bro, it was just sound. They had the sound so fucking on point there. It sounded fucking great. It was like, dude, we need to come back here and record some tunes, man.
Wow. Look at that. Best show ever was on a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought my vocals were a little dry. They could have put a little bit of something on me, but they didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it was raw and real, you know. Yeah, it was good.
All right.
You know, I think they kind of ran it that way because they were gonna add effect later. Was what if I remember when we were setting up. I remember asking them, you know, being a PA guy and shit, you know, always running PA and stuff. You're always curious. How are you hooking that up, bro? What's going? You using a DI or whatever, you know? I probably drive sound dudes fucking crazy when we're setting shit up. I'm like, let me buy you a beer. Let me get you a drink. Hey, what kind of microphone are you gonna use?
Okay. All right, Donnie.
Yo.
We're gonna get off the phone with you, and because it's 9 o'clock and motherfucker needs to go to bed, and I have a lot of booze here, I still need to finish drinking. Otherwise, I'd feel bad about dumping it all.
Oh.
And so I'm gonna have to, after I'm done with that, I'm gonna have to pop some ibuprofen so I don't feel like garbage in the morning and go to work. And
to you, I wish the best, sir, Rikki.
And to you as well. What's coming up next for you guys? Let's see if you remember your dates.
Got a show on the 30th at Bacchus. It's going to be quite the parlay outdoor. So hopefully we'll see all you metalheads out there, man. Apparently that's the spot for the year. So Oscar Goldmen Overdrive is going to be there. Guitarist is going to be there. Forge the Sun's going to be there. Bring the flyer up, man. There's a fuck ton of great fucking bands. I think Montagny put that fucking show together.
Yeah.
Montaigne, yeah, dude, killer lineup, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's gonna be I'm looking forward to it. Larry speaks very highly of the event.
All right.
And we'll be back there again too on October 1st for the 4th or 5th annual Backwoods Bash. There's no band set, but it's
Nobody
a date.
parties like fucking Thumb people do. Thumb people party like a motherfucker, man.
All right, I'm going to bring the flyer up since Donnie told me to bring the flyer up. I downloaded it real quick. I'm going to throw that up there and run off some of the bands for you. Going on July 30th, the birthday Bangaroo at the Bacchus Social Club. That's up in Marlette, Michigan. Oscar Goldmen, Overdrive, Gutter Swamp, Fallen Stronger, Vulgara, Forge the Sun, View from the Asylum, 10,000 Teeth, phenomenal band.
Yes.
Creeping Chaos, another phenomenal band. Harry Queen, Catharsis, and Woolly.
Wooly.
Wooly!
And Woolly.
I gotta say what's up to my brother and Wooly. See you out there, homie.
That is
My
all
homies in Catharsis. Yeah.
All
yeah.
ages.
Okay.
General admission $25. General admission includes food, camping, bonfire, and entertainment. So super cool. You can go out there, camp out for the night, get your fucking drink on, get your boner on like Larry does in the cornfields, and it's a thing. So definitely get out there. Rikki stays away from Bacchus any way I can because I get really sloppy at Bacchus. Larry, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, I get really fucking sloppy. So unless I'm playing or
Just want
working
to
the
say
show.
this before this interview's over.
Yeah.
That if any of you out there are hating on anybody else for any fucking reason, it could be in race, hating somebody in color, or others, go fucking kill yourself.
Wow. I like how it comes right in. Fucking kill yourself.
Well, there's no other way to explain it. Just rid yourself of being on our planet. Face. You know?
And with that toke, is that what you called it? A toke? A toke. With that toke, we're
Basically, sum it up as this: mind your own fucking business. None of your fucking business. Do what you want to do. Let them do it.
all
Don't be
right.
a hater.
All right, Donnie, we'll talk to you later, sir, and be good. And congratulations on everything. You're looking muscular. You're going to be giving Larry a run for his money any minute now.
You want me to hump your leg when I see you next?
As long as you're fully rigid. I don't want no soft shit on my leg.
Washboard,
He's
baby.
gonna have to film this one.
Okay. Donnie, we'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, see you, man.
All right,
See you,
take it
brother.
easy.
Later, Larry.
Later, bro.
All right. That was Donnie Carnes from Fallen Stronger. Larry, what are your thoughts, homie?
Oh man, I love the guy. Fucking- oh yeah, he's out cold, man. He don't care. No filter with
Dude,
that
I
boy.
saw him on there. He was like flexing like you do. Like he'd lean back and he'd puff his chest, like the pecs out a little bit. He was wearing like the beater a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, look at you, Donnie. Look at you. You guys are be man of war before you know it. You're going to have to get Rich to buff up and get Yanity to lose his suede shirt.
That's right.
And, well, bass players, nobody cares about bass players. They can just oaf in the corner. But so the Bacchus Social Club thing, that's the big upcoming thing with you guys going on at July 30th. I'm going to be playing some fundraiser for a biker club up in Clyde Township, so I won't be there, thank God. Bacchus is always bad news for Rikki. So next week on the show, we may or may not have Kate Muller from Craft of Conviction. Going to talk to her. Also in the pipeline, Kayla Drange from Stage Driver. We'll be talking to her. And I'm reaching out to a couple other people as well, trying to maybe even get some bigger, higher profile musicians on the show. And try to get out of Detroit bands. I hate that I fell into that Detroit band thing. But it's going to be super cool. Stay tuned and hop on over if you haven't subscribed yet or followed facebook.com/rocks100. If you're on the YouTube stream, make sure you subscribe. We're at about 185 subscribers, which is super cool. But we have 9,000 likes on Facebook. So that's a big difference from 9,000 to 185. So make sure you share this on, I gotta mute that, and make sure you share this on your social medias and all that, and get it out there. Awesome talk with Donnie. Again, our Pump It or Dumb Band of the Week was Blackheart Saints of Austin, Texas. Facebook.com/rocks100. Give the thumbs up if you dug that, or the rah face if you didn't. Thank you to Chris for the question, for our nuts and bolts and harsh truths. If you missed any of the show, wait a couple minutes, and then you should be able to watch the whole entire show all over again on youtube.com. And thank you to everybody who's listening on the stream on Rocks 100. I'm sorry that I haven't updated it in 7 months. Once I get the new place, I'm going to completely reformat the website and reformat the stream. And it'll be a lot better once I get into my own crib. And so super cool. Larry, you got anything?
Nah, just, get your asses out to Bacchus on the 30th and catch the stellar show that Mike put together. It's going to be badass.
Super cool. Yeah, God, I gotta see how far Marlette is from Clyde, Michigan, because we're up. It's like, I think it's where Marlette is, but more east.
Oh, it's probably only like 20 minutes, if that, I think.
Clyde Township. Let's see. Oh, it's an hour.
Oh, it's an hour. Okay.
Yeah, it's an hour. Yeah, Marlette's a little further north. Yeah, where we're playing is kind of like the northwest suburbs of Port Huron.
Oh,
and I didn't know Marlette was that far up. So it's out there. It's out. If you want to go in the sticks, Marlette's the way to go. It's it's Amish country out there.
Right.
We're playing. I didn't know Clyde Township was a thing until this show happened. That's also an outdoor show, and I think Sins of a Madman is the headliner for that one, and Casting is direct support for that one. There's 10 bands on that. So super cool. Get out and support. That's at the end of the day, that's what we want you all to do, is go out and support your independent bands. That's why we do this show, is to expose independent bands and get them out there, give them a way to get their voices out there, talk to guys like Donnie Carnes and everybody else we've talked to in the two-ish years we've been doing this show. And spread the word. If there's anything you liked, spread the word on the bands, and that's all we ask, dude. Or if you want to give me money, that's cool too. Rocks100.com. Head on over to the donations tab and give me your monies, because I definitely need it. So on request from Donnie Carnes, he wanted to hear Valley of Thieves by Fallen Stronger. So we're going to play that, get out of here. I got to run back into the chat. I haven't talked shit in the chat. Sherry Claire, Lisa Rosalina were talking for a while. Annette was in there for, I'm not going to go through all this. This is a long thing. Wow, there was a lot going on and I missed it all. My guy, Annette from Through Our Eyes, talked about writing songs. My guys will write a song off a riff Mark or Steve have written, and then I write lyrics in poem form to a feeling I get from hearing the instrumental, then write melody, usually rearranging lyrics. Interesting to hear that lyrics are written first. She was talking about, we were talking about the cover bands. Right. She was talking about Mega 80s. Mega 80s is a phenomenal. I love Mega 80s. Great cover band. Room 13 is great. Killer Flamingos. Annette said, I guess that kind of makes sense because the show is funner when you know the lyrics, but it's still cool learning about new bands and hearing when we were talking about radio and why people don't show up. So much stuff going on. So just make sure you go out and support and do the thing. So here's Valley of Thieves, Fallen Stronger. We're going to get out of here. Episode number 143 of the Rikki ROXX Show right here on Rocks100.com.
This road I'm broken, been sadly mistaken for your face. I'm breaking scary ass thoughts through this crazy ass mind, but to come back another place another time. Fine, too late, no one can save ya. Busting all your fingers, now it's time to break ya. I'm gonna break ya. Gotta walk hard through the valley of thieves, mean the tugging on your mind, the pulling on your sleeves. Gotta get these thoughts are killing up my mind. Walking through the valley, you are looking to find a valley of thieves. Walking through the valley. But now you're gonna pay. Waiting long enough, I ain't playing no games. Got a son of a bitch, you're running up with this shit. And your little bitch, you brought up in your mix. Guess I gotta fix this, especially before blood flowing, beat down, bloody knuckles. That's a path you chosen when you're laying on your back in disbelief. Should've walked on through the valley of thieves. Through the valley of thieves. Yeah. Oh, gotta walk on through the valley of thieves. When they're tugging on your mind, they're pulling on your sleeves. Gotta get these stars, they're killing up my mind. Walking through the valley, you I'm dragging behind. The valley of thieves. Walking through the valley of thieves. Walking through the valley of thieves. Walking through the valley. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. It's Rikki Rocks, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Rikki ROXX Show, spreading like the pox. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks. Rikki rocks, Rikki rocks, yeah. Rikki rocks up in your grill, motherfucker.
Hey, this is Rikki ROXX, and you are listening to Rocks100.com.